Some of the strongest connections you'll ever feel aren't love, they're survival. They feel intense, consuming, like you can't breathe when they're gone, and you can't relax when they're here. You think about them constantly. You miss them even when they hurt you. You get pulled back long after you promised yourself you were done. And the most confusing part is this: it feels like love, deep love, the kind you swear you'll never feel again. Hi, I'm Kelly, and today we're going to separate two things people keep mixing up: trauma bonding and real love. Not with cliches, but by understanding what your nervous system is actually doing, because your brain doesn't bond only through affection. It bonds through patterns, through threat and relief. And once you see that, you'll never confuse these two again. Trauma bonds don't begin with cruelty. They begin with connection, moments where you feel deeply seen, late night conversations, sudden vulnerability, a softness that makes you think, this is it. This is the real them. And then it changes. Distance, withdrawal, silence, conflict that leaves your body tight and shaking. And just when you reach your limit, they come back. They soften. They apologize. They become warm again. And that moment, that return, hits your body like relief. Not emotionally, chemically, because the human brain learns fastest through intermittent reinforcement, rewards that are unpredictable. When pain is followed by closeness, your brain releases dopamine not during the love, but during the relief. So your nervous system doesn't attach to the person, it attaches to the cycle: pain, relief, hope. That's why it feels so intense. That's why it feels irreplaceable. Intensity is not depth, it's activation. This is also why leaving feels impossible. Because when you think about walking away, your body doesn't interpret it as peace. It interprets it as no more relief is coming. So it panics. It urges you to reach out, to fix, to explain, to go back. This isn't weakness, it's conditioning. Trauma bonds create an attachment to the end of pain. You're not staying for love. You're staying because your nervous system is terrified of losing the moment where the pain finally stops. That's why trauma bonds feel addictive. You're not addicted to the person. You're addicted to the emotional regulation they temporarily provide. Now I want to ask you something, and I want you to answer it honestly. When you're with them, do you feel more like yourself or more like you're trying not to lose them? That question cuts straight through the confusion because love expands who you are. Trauma bonding contracts you. Here's another one, and this one hits hard. Do you feel closest to them after they hurt you, or do you feel close without needing pain first? If closeness comes after suffering, after fights, after tears, after almost leaving, that's not intimacy. That's relief bonding, and your body is mistaking relief for connection. Real love feels very different. It doesn't disappear to make you chase. It doesn't punish you with silence. It doesn't return only when you're breaking. Real love is steady, predictable, emotionally present. And if you're used to trauma bonds, that steadiness can feel strange, even boring, even suspicious because your nervous system is used to scanning, used to bracing, used to waiting for the shift. Trauma bonds keep your survival system online. Love lets it rest. And rest can feel uncomfortable when chaos was your normal. Right here, pause. If this is landing, I want you to do something now. Comment one word: relief. If the relationship felt like pain, then relief. Calm. If you've experienced a love that settles your body. Don't explain. Don't analyze. Just name it. Naming it breaks the loop. Here's the part that often brings people to tears. Trauma bonds make you feel chosen only when you're hurting. You feel valued when you're about to leave. You feel loved when you finally collapse. You feel connected at your lowest. Love isn't supposed to require suffering. Love doesn't need you to break in order to be held. And realizing you've been calling pain love, can bring grief. Not just for the relationship, but for the version of you who thought this was all you deserved. If you're struggling to leave a trauma bond, hear this clearly. You're not failing, you're withdrawing. Leaving isn't just ending a relationship, it's ending a nervous system addiction to relief and learning to tolerate calm long enough for your brain to relearn what safety feels like. That takes time. That takes compassion. That takes patience with yourself. And the fact that you're here, listening, means the cycle is already loosening. If this helped you see a relationship differently, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, have you ever confused intensity for love? Yes or no? I'll see you in the next one.